And you're very much wearing a legal hat on these matters, as well as somebody who's interested and well-informed on the subject. In the middle of that lead-in, there was a thing that I read when I came in this morning and thought, wow, blimey. They consciously knew that they didn't have the staff or they didn't have the slots from the airport, and yet they still took bookings. Does that greatly increase the legal rights of the consumer?
It doesn't, Alistair, no.
Oh, should it?
I mean, it's unforgivable. Airlines have always overbooked flights, and when it works well, it works well for them. But it's how they deal with it when too many passengers turn up. The situation we've got now isn't so much that too many passengers are turning up, it's the fact that they haven't got enough staff to either check them in, deal with the baggage at the airport, fuel the planes, deal with flight operations, or indeed operate the flight itself.
So it is complicated, and thanks for that clarification. But let's then cut to the chase. Whether you're taking a business trip to Brussels or whether you're going to Ibiza to listen to some popular music, what are your rights if you suddenly get cancelled at the last moment?
At the last minute, you'll be entitled to compensation if you can't take that flight and it is cancelled. The airline does have an obligation to get you where you want to go. So that might mean if you've booked with British Airways, you end up on a Virgin Atlantic flight, or what should I say, a Virgin flight, EasyJet, Ryanair, or something like that.
You stressed at the last minute, so is it different if they give you a couple of weeks' notice that your flight's not going to happen?
That you've got a 2 week, if it's less than 2 weeks' notice, so up till that point, you will get, or you'll be entitled to, should I say, compensation for the delay or cancelled flights. If it's more than that, well, then we'll have to look at the terms and conditions and see what rights you have.
And are those common terms and conditions, or do they vary slightly? And let's cut to the chase. They won't mind me calling them cheap and cheerful airlines like EasyJet, Ryanair and what have you. They want to keep the costs down as much as possible so that we can all go more frequently. Or you take a deep breath and you book executive, business class, or even first class with someone like BA or whomsoever. Do those rights vary?
It tends to be a standard set of terms and conditions that you get when you're booking your flight. What does vary from airline to airline is how flexible they're going to be with you outside of those terms and conditions. Quite often, if your flight is delayed or cancelled at the last minute, as you said, they will say, well, look, we've got another flight tonight at 9 o'clock, we'll put you on that. The difficulty comes when they haven't got another flight to put you on,